Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, and today I'm taking a look at Willowbrook Mall in Wayne, New Jersey. As always, I'm asking the question, is this a dead mall, a dying mall, or is it doing just fine? Well, in this case, I'd say that's an easy question. As far as I can tell, this mall isn't just doing fine, it's thriving. But let me know what you think in the comments. This mall opened in 1969. It was developed by the Rouse Company and is currently owned and managed by Brookfield Properties. The original anchor stores were Bamberger's, Sears, and Orbach's. The mall then had a major expansion just 1 year later, in 1970, which added a fourth anchor store, Stearns, and an additional 47 stores, which at the time made Willowbrook the largest enclosed mall in the world. While it's no longer the world's largest enclosed mall, it is currently the fifth largest mall in New Jersey, so it's not small by any means. And from what I understand, this mall has been largely successful for most of its life, which I would guess is due to its location right off of I-80, its proximity to New York City, and the fact that the mall has a great selection of stores and entertainment options, unlike a lot of other malls I've been to recently. Also, the mall isn't subject to neighboring Bergen County's blue laws, which force their malls to be closed on Sundays, so as a result, this mall gets a lot of customers from Bergen County, especially on Sundays. Another thing going for this mall is that it's fairly well maintained. The mall had a major renovation in 2015, which added new ceilings in the Macy's and Sears wings, new flooring, additional seating, a renovated food court, and a two-story streetscape, which we'll see in a little bit. And I would imagine this is the new ceiling that was added in 2015. So now let's take a look around. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more mall videos and store walkthroughs coming up, as well as, of course, flea markets. Thanks. So straight ahead at the end of the hallway here, this used to be Sears from opening day up until it closed in 2019. In 2017, Sears was split in half and the back section became a Dave & Buster's, which I think opened in either 2017 or 2018. And then the front section became a BJ's Wholesale Club in 2023, but obviously you can't enter the BJ's from the mall, which is too bad because it just makes this end of the mall look dead. And here's one of the rare vacancies in this mall. I'm sure it's fine, but the ceiling in here looks a little bit low to me for something like that. And for those of you wondering, this was filmed on a Wednesday at about 4 in the afternoon. I have to say, I think I really do like the design of this ceiling here. It looks kind of futuristic or almost sci-fi to me. It's kind of neat. On the left is that cityscape that was added in 2015 that I was talking about. You see how it kind of looks like a main street? I've always loved things like that, probably because they feel kind of mysterious to me. I remember seeing things like that as a kid and wondering if somebody was living in the buildings or if there was somebody looking out of one of the windows at me. As a kid, it really captured my imagination, and it still kind of does today, to a lesser extent. It's kind of like the furniture section in some department stores where they have the fake bed set up and like the fake windows and stuff. I always just thought that was really weird and fascinating at the same time. This mall really has a great selection of pretty much everything. So they got some great restaurants here, a lot of great stores. This is really an overall very nice mall. Kind of almost feels like my local mall, West Farms Mall in Farmington, Connecticut. I would say that's probably the closest comparison I could make to another mall that I'm aware of. Straight ahead is the location of the original anchor store Bamberger's, which was here from opening day until it became Macy's in 1986. Now, unlike those ceilings I was talking about earlier, I don't think I'm a fan of this ceiling here. The design just seems off to me. I don't know. Here's a picture of this part of the mall sometime back in the 70s, and if you look closely, you can see the Bamberger's in the background. Here's the food court, which was added in 1988 and then had a major renovation in 2015. Like I've said before, I think one of the indicators of how well a mall is doing is the condition of the food court. And this one seems to be doing very well. There was only one restaurant which might have been closed, possibly. The others, though, are all completely open. And they seem to be doing well. This restaurant on the right might be closed. It's hard to tell. This space here that says JCPenney has been quite a few different stores over the years. Originally, this is where Orbox was, one of the original anchor stores. Orbox became Steinbox at some point. Steinbox closed in '96. It was gutted, and then it became the Lord & Taylor in 1997. The Lord & Taylor closed in 2020. And then for a short period of time, it was a place called Shoppers Find from 21 to 23. It looks like it was a clothing store, but I've honestly never heard of them before. And then finally, that JCPenney there actually opened in March of 2024. This was filmed in February 2024, so just before the JCPenney moved in. So as you can see, this is the Bloomingdale's wing of the mall. I believe this is the section of the mall that was built in 1970, a year after the mall opened. And this had originally Stearns, which is now the Bloomingdale's, and also 47 additional stores that were added. So I think this whole section here was like the second phase of the mall from 1970. These street signs are kind of cool. I don't think I've seen anything like that at another mall. So here's the Bloomingdale's, and like I said, this was originally Stearns when it first opened in 1970, and it didn't become the Bloomingdale's until 2002. Here's a picture of what this entrance used to look like when it was Stearns, I think probably sometime in the 90s. Very possibly the very, very early 2000s. And now up we go to the upper level. I was going to take a ride in this elevator, but I pressed the button and I was waiting like 5 minutes and nothing came up, so I moved on. I did take a ride in another elevator in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be extremely exciting. And here's just a couple random pictures of what this mall used to look like back in the 70s. I don't know about you, but I think that is amazing. That is spectacular. I would love to see a mall that looks like that nowadays. It'll never happen, but we can dream. Here's what the JCPenney looked like just 1 month before it opened. And that looks like a lot of work to get done in 1 month, I think. But I guess they pulled it off because apparently it did open in March. I haven't seen any videos of it though, but I'm assuming it did open. Alright, so I wanted to ride in at least one elevator, so let's take a ride in this one. It's not the most exciting because there's no glass window, but, you know, didn't really have a choice.
Okay, this is a Dover elevator. Dover.
Okay, so we know it's a Dover elevator, but does anybody out there know the year and model number? If you do, let me know in the comments.
And back up we go.
Told you that'd be exciting.
Oh my God.
Well, that's something I didn't expect to see. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that happen before at a mall. That was pretty crazy. I did have to block some of it out and blur it out, as you can see, just because I didn't want to get the person's face on camera for that. But what it looked like happened was there was maybe a 70 or 80-year-old woman that was with a younger person. I'm guessing the older woman passed out, and she started rolling up the escalator with the other person. And then they just made it all the way to the top, and the paramedics did arrive. So I think everything was okay, hopefully. So there you have the inside of Willowbrook Mall, and let me know what you think about it in the comments. But like I said, I think it seems to be doing fairly well. I like the mall. It looks nice. There's a great selection of stores and restaurants. But next, as always, let's take a drive around the mall and we can see what it looks like from the outside. Here's what used to be Bamberger's, and since 1986 has been Macy's. The brickwork surrounding this part of the mall is unusual. I don't see that too often. I would say that's almost certainly original to the mall, though. This used to be the Sears building up until 2019. So the BJ's went in 2023, and then to the right of that is the Dave & Buster's, which went in, I think, in 2018. And at that point, the Sears, or at least the front of the Sears, was still open for a short period of time. Here's a picture of what it looked like sometime back in, I'm guessing, like 2015 or so, give or take. And you can see they had the new style Sears logo, which I'm not a huge fan of, but they also do have the scar of the original Sears logo, which is definitely my favorite Sears logo. Mainly because it's the Sears logo I grew up with. This store is a 21 Forever, but I always look at it and think it's the Big and Tall store because it says XXL. I know it's XXI, but every time I see that I go, oh, it's the Big and Tall store. And while this building says JCPenney on it, it still looks very much like the Lord & Taylor it used to be. And here's the old Stearns building. And it looks like this used to be natural rock here, but they've painted over it. I would assume it used to look exactly like it does in front of the Macy's currently. Here's a picture showing what it used to look like back when it was still Stearns. So this is kind of unusual. There's a P.F. Chang's inside the Bloomingdale's. I know I've never seen anything like that before. That is very strange. And there you have it. That's Willowbrook Mall in Wayne, New Jersey. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more mall videos coming up, as well as store walkthroughs and, of course, flea markets. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.